Good morning all. Today we are going to discuss the engineering drawing MCQs for the first year. Let us start the MCQ one by one. Our previous video is in Hindi, so there are comments. Sir, make a video in English. So this time I used to make the video in English. So in this video we discuss the types of lines. In engineering drawing there are different types of line. You can see the diagram, figure A. So very important line, we can start from here, is the center line. Center line, you can see. In this video we are going to discuss the MCQs, but first of all we are going through these lines so that you can easily identify the lines. So this is the center line. Center line is a line 10 to 25 mm, a gap of 1 mm and a line of 2 mm. A long line, gap, short, long, short, long. This is known as our center line. Center line, locus line, and this line is thin line drawn by 2H pencil. So our next line is your cutting plane line. This line is thick at the edge and thick. This is also a thin line. The edges are thick, and this is shown by, you can see here, this is your cutting plane line. Our next line is outline or border line. This is thick line drawn by H or HB pencil. If we say about the pencils, there are three types of pencils. Hard pencil, we can classify the pencils in three categories: hard pencils, medium pencils, and soft pencils. These soft pencils are used by artists. So this is our 9H. The pencils are made up of graphite, kaolin, lead. If the kaolin is percentage of kaolin is higher, then the pencil is hard. And 9H, 8H, 7H, 6H, 5H, 4H. These are our medium hard pencils. Medium start from 3H, 2H, H, HB. These are our medium pencil which usually we used in our engineering drawing. And the soft pencils we do not use in engineering drawing. It is used by the artist. So it is 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B, and somewhere up to 9B. So you can take the screenshot if you would like. This is all about the pencils. So when we draw the engineering drawing, first of all, a very important thing is we must keep in mind is that the thick pencil, for the thick outlines we used this HB pencil. And this 3H pencil is used for light lines, thin lines like the dimension line, hatching line. This 2H pencil for the medium lines, just like center line हो गई, and your hidden lines. This H is for written work, letter writing, and this is also for letter writing and outlines. The soft pencils we do not use in engineering drawing. I already told you. So these are another types of line here, the hidden lines. Hidden lines are, we can draw hidden lines, a 3 mm line, a 1 mm gap, 3 mm, just like this. This is your medium line. Hidden line is your medium line. Hidden line, this is hidden line should be to show the hidden surfaces. This line is drawn by 2H pencil. This is very important MCQ. Very soon we will be discussing the MCQs, but first of all we are going to this. These are the section line, hatching line in the 1 mm or 2 mm gap at 45-degree angle to show the cut section. These lines are used to show the cut section like this. This is the center line, and if we draw the shaft here, this is shaft. This cut section is shown by hatching line. This cut section is shown by hatching lines which are at 45-degree. Also thin lines, these are also thin lines, again drawn by 3H or 2H pencil. The thin lines are drawn by 3H or 2H. The thick lines are drawn by H or HB. And again, hard pencils we do not use in engineering drawing. These are hard pencils. So in engineering drawing we preferred these pencils, medium grade pencils. Next we move on to our, this is extension line. This is the part of dimensioning to show the dimension. Like this is our 90 mm and this is extension line. This line do not touch here and extend up to here. This is extension line. This is also drawn by 3H pencil. And a dimension line. This is our dimension line. This line shows the dimension of this machine part, and this is the line of B category. Also dimension line is a B category line. Center line is a Z category. Cutting plane is a H, hatching line H category line, and outlines A category. Hidden lines is E category lines. Section. Now arrow. What is the MCQ can be asked? Arrow, what is the dimensioning of arrow? So if this is my arrow, so length to the height or length to the width ratio, this is 3 mm. This is 3 mm. 3. This is 3 mm, and this is 1. This is 1. So the ratio is height to the width ratio, height to the length ratio. This is your length of the arrow. Height to the length ratio of arrow is, height is 1 ratio 3, and the vice versa. If we write length to the height ratio, length to the height ratio, then it is 3:1. So it's too much confusing. Arrow is also drawn by 3H pencil. Arrow is also drawn by 3H pencil. It is thin line, and it is the part of dimensioning line, dimension. So this is all about arrow. And the angle concluded angle here is 30-degree angle, 15-degree above and 15-degree below. 15 degree, both angle are of 15, so the angle A plus angle B is 30-degree. The total angle of this arrow is 30-degree. So this is all about this arrow. MCQ can be asked from here. So the maximum, this is a leader line. This leader line show the diameter of this machine part. This is dia 10. MCQ can be asked, what is the symbol? This diameter is shown by phi. This diameter is shown by symbol phi. This is phi. We can draw like this: dia 10, dia 20. I think it is clear to all. So This leader line is also at 30 to 45 degree thin line, which is used to show the internal parts of the any machine part. So this is leader line and this is dimension line. The maximum line has been covered now. Again there are some other types of line here, like this is your locus line, your center line. This line is this part is moving from here to here, here to here. So this is locus line to show the locus of this machine part. This bar is moving from here to here, here to here. This is shown by locus line. Again a line is here of the, this line is of the K type. Again short break line is here. This is, read here, short lines. These are continuous thin and wavy lines. They are drawn freehand and are used to show moderate length bars or channel of uniform cross section. Moderate means small parts of the machine are shown by the short breaks. And here also we can see the long break lines. This is along the length, we have the long shaft. This long break line show the, we can see here, these line are thin ruled line with short zigzags within them. These are used to show comparatively long bars or channel of uniform cross section. Both the short break and long break are used for uniform cross section, but these are, short lines are wavy, thin wavy, and but the long breaks are thin ruled lines with short zigzag between them and are used for long bar or channels. This is the basic difference between these two lines. I clearly clarify your doubt. So there are also I have already told you, you can take the screenshot of these line also here from this. Just here the margin lines or outlines, border lines drawn by HB pencil. These are margin lines are margin lines, just our drawing sheet. मार्जिन लाइंस हिंदी में हाशिया कहते हैं. जैसे दिस इज आवर ड्राइंग शीट, तो this margin to 40 mm from the left side according to ISI, Indian Standard Institute, or ISO, for the untrimmed sheet. Just I show you this A4 size sheet. This is trimmed, cut at 90 degree from here, and this right margin and the other side margin is 5 to 25 mm. This is also a MCQ, and I have made a separate video on this drawing sheet. The link I share in the description. So these are the margin line, dimension line we have already discussed, extension line or projection line, construction lines. Again, construction lines are thin light lines, hatching lines or section lines. I have already told you 45 degree lines, 1 to 2 mm gap, and the hidden or dotted lines, E or F type line. Long break and short break line we have already discussed. Center line discussed. You can take the screenshot and you can read from here, which I have already discussed. This and leader or pointer lines, cutting plane lines, chain thick lines, chain thick double lines we have already discussed. Now we are discussing the letter writing types. Letter writings mainly basically single stroke, double stroke. You can see here these are double stroke letter writing, inclined single stroke, inclined Gothic lettering. and single stroke vertical Gothic letter writing. And the main classification in the Gothic style are vertical and the inclined. And the other classification I am telling you here. One is Gothic style. Gothic means the letter is 90 degree. At 90 degree, there is no inclination. And in bold style means one of the side of the letter is bold. This is your bold. This is your bold. One of the side of this is bold. And in italic it is inclined at 75 degree from the base or 15 degree from this perpendicular. So this is inclined letter writing. Generally it is just like this, inclined at 15 degree from the above and 75 degree from the base. Text style is the greeting style. Like this we can write happy birthday, other thing. This is the text style. This is text style. So generally we use in height to the width ratio. Height to width ratio is 7:4. 7:4 means if we have 7, 4, 5, 6, 7 and this is square, 1, 2, this is square, this we use 4a. This is width W and this is width W and this is height H. So H ratio W is 7:4 for 7:4 for 22 letters. And there are special like 7:1 for I. I we can write like this. I simple a line. 7:3 for J. 7:3 for J and 7:5 for M. This is M. And 7:6 for W. W is our widest letter. This is 7:6 for. These are the 4 exceptional cases, and the 22 plus 4 is 26. So this is a little bit about this letter writing. MCQ. Now we are going to discuss the MCQs. Let us start from the question number 1. Now we are going to discuss the MCQs. An extension line is used to draw, option A, extra line projecting out of the outline, an extra plotted continuous full line, the size of an object with dimension, an extended part. So we have already discussed this extension line. It is used to draw the size of an object with dimension. It is a dimension line. This is our extension line. I am showing you here. This is our extension line. This is a dimension, part of the dimension line. I think question 1 is clear. Question number 2. A section line is used to draw rolled section of steel, the part cut by a cutting plane, a small section of the main object, none of the above. So the second option is correct, the part cut by a cutting plane. I have already discussed this cut section of shaft is shown by section lines or hatching lines drawn at 45 degree with 1 to 2 mm gap, and it is a thin line drawn by 3H or 2H pencils. Let us see here. So I think it is clear. Question number 3. The inclination of letter as recommended by BIS as Bureau of Indian Standard is. This is for inclined italic style. This is 75 degree. Option number B is correct. Now the question number 4. Which of the following publications made by the Indian Standard includes standard techniques for line conventions and lettering in detail? So option 1 BIS 9609, SP 46, ASMEV 14.2M, none of the above. So the option B is correct, SP 46. Question number 5. A long dash dotted narrow line is used to represent a center line, line of symmetry, pitch circle of gear and holes, all of the above. So we have already discussed. A long dashed dotted narrow line is a center line, line of symmetry, pitch lines. This is our center line. Long line 10 to 25 mm long, a gap of 1 mm and 2 mm line. This is according to drawing. A big drawing, we can draw this line up to 25 mm. So this is our center line. So see, line of projection or line of trajectory or locus line, this is our center line. That question number 6. The type of letters used in drawing are option A Gothic style, option B Roman, option C Italic, option D all of the above. So these all are the types of letter writing we have already discussed here. The Gothic style, the bold or Roman. This is in Roman also. One side of the letter is bold. It is also called bold or Roman, Italic and textile. So option number D, all of the above, is the correct option. Now move on to the question number 7. Center line is drawn as a long dash dotted narrow lines, continuous narrow lines, dash narrow lines, long dash double dotted narrow lines. So option number A is correct, long dash dotted narrow lines. Question number 8. The short dashed medium line is used for hidden outline, cutting plane line, center line, irregular boundary. So option number A is correct, hidden outline and edge. Option number 9. Bold face of the letter means more width of letter with dark shading, more height, more line thickness of letter. So option number D is correct. I have already discussed. More line thickness, bold face means Roman style, more line thickness of letters. Question number 10. Hatching lines are drawn at an angle of 45 degree. 45 degree I have already told. Question number 11. Gap between the character during the letter writing should be unequal, equal, appear to be equal, none of the above. So option number C is correct. It's appear to be equal. Now move on to question number 12. Now we are in hurry now. Which type of line is used to represent the hidden part of the drawing? Hidden lines I have already discussed. The dotted line or hidden line or medium line drawn by 2H pencil. So option number B is correct answer, hidden line. Now move on to the question number 13. Identify the line is drawn in the figure. It is a long break line with zigzag or continuous thin line with zigzag. So option D is correct. Now question number 14. Which of the line is used to represent the dimension of drawing? Dimension line, outline, long break, short break line. So dimension is represented by dimension line. Question number 15. Identify the line which is shown in the figure. Dash thick, dash thin, chain thin, continuous thin line. It is dash thick line. It is a thick line. Question number 16. Identify the line which is shown in the figure. You can see we have discussed 2 or 3 times. This is a center line. A line which is 10 to 25 mm long. For the big drawing, larger drawings, it is 25. For the shorter, we can take 10, 15. It's up to the drawing. So it is center line. This is center line. Identify the line is shown in the figure. Question number 17. This is continuous thin line. Continuous thin line. Continuous thin. Number 18. Identify the line which is shown in the figure. It is very much identified. This is continuous thick line. This is thick line. Identify the line which is shown in the figure. Question number 19. This is hidden line, dotted line or medium line drawn by 2H pencil. Question number 20. Leader lines are continuous thin lines. Leader lines are continuous thin lines. Now the question number 21. Spacing between hatching line is, I have already told, it is 1 mm to 2 mm and are drawn at 45 degree to show the cut section. Question number 22. Which line is used to indicate the axis of the cylindrical and the spherical object? So axis means, this is our duster, from the middle, which is passing through the axis. This is again the center line. This is again the center line. The position, which line is used to, question number 22, which line is used to indicate the axis of the cylindrical and spherical lines? This is center line. Question number 23, the position of cutting plane line is shown by thick and long chain, thin, thick ends only. This is our cutting plane line of the H category. This is thick at the end, thick, thin, thick. This is the convention of this line, thick, thin, thick. 24. Long break are shown by dash thin of medium thickness, thin rolled line with short zigzags in them, alternately long and short dashes, all of the above. So option B is correct. Long breaks are used for thin ruled line with short zigzag. Question number 25. Irregular boundaries and short breaks are shown by. So irregular boundaries are and this shown by. Option number B is correct. Alternately long and short dash lines. Question number 26. Dash line of medium thickness is made up of medium thickness, long and thin chain, thin continuous, short dash of approximately equal lengths, none of the above. So it is thin continuous line. Thin continuous line. Question number 27. Thin and long chain lines are made of. Thin and long chain lines are made of. This is alternate long and short dashes, dashed line of medium thickness, thick continuous line, all of the above. So option number A is correct. Alternate long and short dashes. Now move on to the question number 28. Center lines and pitch circles are drawn as. Option A, long dash, dotted narrow line, thick continuous line, thin continuous line. Option D, continuous thin and wavy lines drawn freehand. So option number A is correct. Long dashed dotted narrow line. Center lines are long dashed dotted narrow line. Question number 29. According to BIS SP 46203 standard, which height of letter is used? In this standard, 7 mm, 10 mm and 14 mm, these all are used in this standard. These all heights are used in standard. The option D is correct. Now move on to the question number 30. Identify the line which is shown in the figure. So option A is dashed narrow, dashed wide, continuous narrow line. Option number B is correct. It is dashed wide line. Question number 31. Usually lettering is done by capital letters. Usually letter writing in engineering drawing is done by capital letter, uppercase. Question number 32. The preferred line width for letter group of 7 mm is. The preferred line width for letter group of 7 mm. 7 mm height when we write in 7 mm height, this is height I have already discussed. This is our height, this is h. When this is 7 mm, this height is 7 mm, then the width automatically reduce. This is 0.5 mm. For 7 mm it is 0.5 mm. Now the question number 33. Lettering template is used for option A, freehand lettering, single stroke lettering, double stroke lettering, cursive lettering. So letter templates are used for double stroke letter writing. Double stroke letter writing. Question number 34. The preferred line width for the letter group of 10 mm is 10 mm H ratio W is 0.7 mm. Option B is correct. Now the 35. The preferred line width of letter group of 5 mm is 5 mm. It is less than 7 mm. So the width is automatically reduced. It is 0.35 mm. Option A is correct. Now the question number 36. The height to width ratio of most of all capital letter is this is 7:5, 7:6, 7:8 option. So here he takes both A and B, matlab A and B. This is all depend upon option, but I preferred here 7:4 for 22 letters, and it's 4 are exceptional. I have already told here 4 letters are exceptional. This I is written in 7:1, 7:3 for J, 7:5 for M, and 7:6 for W. These are all 26 letter. So now move on to the question number 37. Which of the following letter is widest letter in letter writing? It is clear to you. W. Option B. 38. In double stroke vertical Gothic letter writing, the line width varies from 0.1 to 0.2 of the height of the letter. Yes, option A is correct. It is 0. The width varies from 0.1 to 0.2 of the height of the letter. Now question number 39. Which of the following is the narrowest letter? Very clear. Option A and B. I and 1 both are the narrowest. These are drawn in 7:1. Now question number 40. In single stroke vertical Gothic letter writing, the line width of letter is. So in option A 0.2, 0.5, 0.7, 0.8. So 0.5 is correct option. Question number 41. In single stroke vertical Gothic letter writing, the height of the letter is. In single stroke, the height I have already told 7 mm. 7 mm is the height. The line which is perpendicular to the horizontal, this is horizontal and this is 90 degree. This is known as vertical line and this is horizontal line. Along the x-axis this is the horizontal line, along the y-axis this is the vertical line. So this is the option number C here. Option number C, vertical line which is perpendicular, line which is 90 degree to the base is this vertical line. Very important MCQ here. Match the name of the line with their indication. First line is center line. Easily identified, very easily identified. This is our center line. Long break line, very easily identified. Center line. Hidden lines, these are hidden lines, dotted lines. Outline is a thick line. So option 1C, 2D, 3A and 4B. Okay. Question number 2. Match the name of the line with their application. center line, short break line, cutting plane line, center line, option B, to indicate the axis of the cylindrical object, axis, center line. Option 2 is A, short break lines show irregular boundaries. 3. Cutting plane line is used to indicate special treatment on the surface. When we cut the surface, special treatment on the surface, it is shown by cutting plane lines. Now the true and false. The line should end at the outline of the drawing. This is false. Dimension may be marked with hidden lines. No, false. Extension line should add at the dimension line. Extension line should add and the no. False. Center line are drawn by thick lines. No. Center lines are not thick lines. They are the medium line or thin line. Dimension lines should not cross each other. Option number 5, question 5, this is true. Dimension lines should not cross each other. Question 6, leader lines are drawn as thick lines. No, leader lines are again thin lines. I have already discussed. Question number 7, cutting plane line is shown as cutting plane line is shown as thin continuous line. It is true. Thick, thin, thick, thick, thin, thick. Cutting plane lines. It is cutting plane lines. Yes, cutting plane lines. To show the cut surface, it is thick, thin continuous line in between and thick at the edges. Thick at the edges. Okay. This is the convention of this line. Question number 8. The inclination of letter as recommended by the BIS is 75 degree. Yes, true. The size of the letter is described by its height. Yes, true. Lettering is usually done in small letter. No, it is done in uppercase, capital letters. Usually height to the width ratio of capital letter is 7:5. Yes, 7:5 or 7:5, 7:4. When examiner mentioned to you to write in 7:5, then we can write in 7:5. Question number 12. Large size letters are used for heading or main title in drawing. Large size letters are used for heading. Yes, true. Yes, it is true. Now fill in the blanks. Main outline is drawn by dash line. Main outline is thick outlines or border lines or margin lines. These are answer lines. We can say it is thick line. Projection thick line and drawn by HB pencil or H pencil. H and HB in the option, but it never be drawn by 9H pencil or 6B pencil. 9H is very hard and 6B is very soft. So it depends upon the option. Center line are drawn as thin lines. Center lines are thin lines. Hidden lines are represented by dotted lines. Very correct. Question number 5. Writing of titles, notes, etc. is called lettering. Yes. Main title of inked drawing is generally written in Gothic style. Main title is written in Gothic style. Gothic means in 90 degree. Straight writing. For maintaining uniformity in size, thin and light dash may first be drawn. Guideline may first be drawn. The two types of single stroke letter writing are vertical and horizontal letter writing. Two types of single strokes are vertical and other we have already discussed. Depend upon the option. Gothic, Roman, italic text. Again, dimension line, hatching line and extension line are drawn as thin continuous. These are all thin lines. So this is small letter writing in 5 mm. in question number 10, and in question number 11 uppercase letter writing in 10 mm we can see, and in question number 12 uppercase letter writing of 10 mm size inclined italic, it is in italic. And question number 13, it can be asked in the examination MCQs. Identify the line X and Y. X line, you can see here X line is X line. What is X line? This is X line is cutting plane. This line cut this shaft from here. So this is thick, thin, thick. This is cutting plane line, and this is long break, zigzag, long zigzag lines, thin. This is long break line. So friend, this is all about this MCQ. I think you can understand these MCQs, and you like and share my video. Thanks for watching.